Okay, so just like last time with the Model X, and I'll put a link in the description for that video. We're going to start off with two buckets. We're going to have our green is going to be our clean bucket, and this orange one here is going to be our dirty bucket, and that's why we have this grate down here at the bottom. So let's start off by pumping some more water into this guy. That line right there is about 2 gallons for that green one. And if you guys have the Home Depot bucket in the middle of this, this like baby can drown in this bucket sign, right there is about 2 gallons for this bucket. So you can put 2 gallons in each bucket. And then we'll get our Optimum NO Rinse. So if you look at the directions, it says 1 ounce for every 2 gallons of water. When my car is as dirty as it is, I like to put just 3 of these bottle tops in the water. Just like that. Okay. So, in the pack of cloths that I got off Amazon, it came with 6 of these, which is great. I typically use 3 per car, so I don't have to put them in the washing machine until after I wash both cars. So we'll just go ahead and let those sit in there. Here's our other rags from yesterday, washing the Model X. And I typically use just the same cloth for drying. So let's grab our squirt bottle now, and we're going to fill this guy up. I just got this squirt bottle from Home Depot. It was pretty cheap. It was like a couple dollars. Works really well. I like the wide mouth on it. Okay, so what I like to do with Optimum NO Rinse is I like to use a squirt bottle and spray over the section of the car because it really helps lift off like this dirt and everything. So you can see here this road spray coming up from the front wheel. So what we're going to do is we're just going to saturate this area, this front panel, just to kind of let the Optimum NO Rinse start working. So if you're doing this like in the summertime where it's really hot outside or something like that, you're going to have to do smaller section because you don't want it to dry on the car. You want it to still be wet on the car, and then you'll take the drying rag to actually dry the car. What's nice about doing it inside is you don't have to worry about heat or anything like that. Well, it's winter time right now, so we don't have to worry about heat at all. That's why I'm washing it inside. So this spraying on here is a step that a lot of people don't take, but I definitely feel like it helps with reducing the amount of scratches when you're actually wiping the material. So you can see here, this was like some sort of dirt or something like that, and you can see how it's actually already lifted up the dirt and starting to run off the vehicle. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take one rag out, give it like a half squeeze so it's still, you still got a lot of liquid in there. And I'm just going to start with the windshield here. Has some dirt on this side. I also like to lift that up. Let's go ahead and knock out the other side. If you watch my cleaning the Model X video, Model X is definitely a taller vehicle, so it's a little bit harder to wash, but not too bad. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll fold this rag on the other side and we'll go with the hood. I like to do like one side of the rag, but since this hood isn't too dirty, you can probably get away with a couple wipes on the same side. And then if you ever see like a spot where the dirt is kind of stuck in there, you can just go ahead and scrub that out a little bit. So spraying the car definitely helps, like this step. You don't have to scrub as much because the solution's already started working. Alright, so this thing is pretty much spent. So we're going to put this in our dirty bucket first. Let that kind of mix around there. And this black thing at the bottom of the bucket, it's probably pretty hard to see, but that, I'll put a link in the description below. That basically is made to trap the dirt below, so the rags aren't sitting in the dirt, and the dirt and everything will just sink to the bottom. I'll grab another rag. You can see how dirty that was there from this this front wheel kicking back dirt. Alright, so let's grab our drying rag real quick and we'll start with the windshield. Work our way down to the hood. So now we're gonna make sure these are sloshed around. We're gonna get our spray bottle. So again, this just is gonna activate the Optimum No Rinse, letting it set in for a little bit, and it really starts to pull up all the dirt and other gunk that gets stuck on the car. We'll just do this roof and this whole half of the car. So you can see as I start to spray, and it'll bead up here, and just actually start to, the dirt will be lifted off the paint, and it'll start to run down. So like I said earlier, if you're doing this outside, you definitely don't want to do this much of the car. But since we're doing this in the wintertime and inside the garage, we can get away with spraying the entire car because this formula, the Optimum No Rinse solution, isn't going to evaporate off the vehicle. And it's just going to allow it to set in and really work that dirt off the paint. And then we'll just stick those in there and let them soak and take out our clean one. We'll get going on the roof. So again, not dripping, well, I guess slightly dripping, but not wrung out completely. You definitely want some moisture to stay in the rag. So what I'll do, if you notice I'm using the same side, not too dirty, we got one little spot right there. So I'll just keep using the same side. Especially on the glass, you're not going to scratch the glass from doing this. Alright, we'll go ahead and get a clean rag. And start here on this driver door. So I like to start, especially when I'm doing a really dirty car like this, you know, where it's been a couple weeks. I always start from top down. As you can probably see when I was spraying, you could see all the Optimum No Rinse with the dirt and everything run to the bottom. So you definitely want to start at the top, so that way you can just let all that dirt run down. What I also like about washing the car this way versus the traditional way with a hose, you can really open up this here, get inside the car and get this little lip that likes to get real dirty. Okay, so this side's done. We'll just save the back for last. That's usually the dirtiest part of the car. Alright, so we already sprayed the other side, so let's just prep our rags here. And we're going to hit this back side of the car real quick. Like we did with the doors, we're going to pop this open. On all the Model S's, this part here will really collect a lot. And I also like to just get this little portion inside the door here. Alright, so the car's clean, everything except for the wheels. So we'll get going on that. So I just use this old car washing mitt thing that I used to use in my old car. We'll get some more solution in our bucket, or in our spray bottle. And what we're gonna do is spray the wheels here. I mean, you can see, well, maybe you can't, but I'll put my finger right down the middle. You can see how dirty that thing is. And I'll just show you how great this, again, I know, broken record, but how easy this Optimum NO Rinse is. We'll just, typically I like to spray all 4 wheels and then just kind of go around, wipe the wheels, and then I just dry them with just a regular cotton cloth. We're done with our spray bottle, and we will go around and just quickly, really all you got to do is rub all parts of the surface on here and it just comes right off. So if this isn't how you guys wash your car, or you guys got another technique that you use that I didn't use, leave a comment below. I'd be interested to see what you guys say. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It's going to help more people just like you find this video when you give it a thumbs up.